Year 9 Music Composing using bandlab. The task that you are going to do today is to compose a piece of music using the software bandlab. You will need to create an account for this. It is an online account. The structure of your piece should be in a song structure, so I will be expecting to hear an introduction, verse, chorus, bridge, repeat of the chorus, and an outro. And for each section, you are allowed to do repetition. You are allowed to create different layers. For example, for your introduction and your outro, it may be the same or very similar things. The repetition of the chorus, again, it can be identical, but some other creative way of differentiating between the two choruses will be good. You can use the same chords or a different set of chords for the verse and the chorus. I will, however, expect to hear something different happening in the bridge section. The instruments that you are allowed to use. I will be expecting to hear a drum line and a bass line, but the other two instruments will be of your own choice. So for example, you might use a guitar and a keyboard, but others may use the keyboard and a brass instrument, for example, like the trumpet, or perhaps you would use a different one of your own choice, like the flute. The style of this composition is entirely up to you. It is gearing towards popular music, so any popular styles that you are happy with, you may use. The length of the piece, as a guideline, I would expect to hear for the introduction, the bridge and the outro, 4 bars in each. The verse and the chorus, I would expect to hear, as a guideline, 8 bars. However, if you choose to make a very fast piece, you may need to double them for each of those for it to work well as a whole piece. Hello students, here is a tutorial of the composition task I would like you to complete. The task is on a piece of online software called bandlab. So first, Google bandlab and launch the software. If you haven't already created a login, then you will need to do so. Now, as it is, I have already created my account, so I am straight in there. Once you get in, you will see this front page, and you want to go into either explore bandlab at the bottom, or you can go straight into create if you don't want to explore what else there is. Now I shall go into explore just so you can see what else there is. You can go in and have a listen to other people's compositions. You can see it there. You can connect to other people. Now you can do all those things in your own time. I shall now go into create. bandlab is a piece of software where you can use virtual instruments which are already loaded up. It's very similar to GarageBand if you have that on an iPhone or an iPad. Now I will launch the instruments. Now straight away, once you've clicked that, you can see your virtual studio. It's opened up with a grand piano and it has the keyboard there. You can see where it is. You can use the keyboard on your computer to play those sounds. So for example, there, X, C, V, and so on. And you can play those to create a tune. For example, if you don't want that sound, you can create other sounds. So let's have a look to see what the other sounds are like. Drum kit. You can click straight onto those once it's loaded up, and you can follow the letters and numbers, and that should give you the sounds that you would have for the different parts of the drum kit. So 6, we've got one of the cymbals, there's toms there, S, and so on. So you can have with the I there. Once you have decided what you like the sound of and you have practiced it, then you can go ahead and record. Right now on my studio, I've only got one instrument there. I can add, at the minute, it is set to 120 beats per minute, BPM up there. Now I find that quite fast, so I am going to change it down to 90, and that should be of a speed that I want. So for example there, that is 90 beats per minute. I am going to record myself and see how we go. So I'll make sure that the metronome is on. That's it. I'm going to press record, but make sure that my bass part is live by clicking it so that it is highlighted. I'll stop there. That's my bass part recorded. Now I will try and add other instruments by clicking the top left hand corner where it says add track. Click that. I want to add a new instrument, and this time I will change it from a guitar to guitar, acoustic guitar. I think I will have a clean power chord and wait for the sounds to load up there. Well, you see that every time it is a keyboard that launches with the corresponding letters. Now for the sound of the guitar, I want to make sure it works with the bass. There's the letters there. I can make chords if I play all those letters at the same time. Once again, I will click record. And so on. Now I can add other parts, so I can go back to the drum kit, have a try at that. Quite like the sound of that. So I will add a new track, instrument, go with my drum kit, classic rock, like so. Now, once you have got the lines that you want of the different tracks, there's a couple of other things that you might like. You can have you can copy any of the lines that you have, and then you can paste it in, and that way it should save you some time. Now it does require a bit of editing, so you might still need to mess about with it to get it right. Let's have a listen. You can hear on mine, for example, it's not aligned perfectly. So if you needed to, you can move them around. Now, once you are happy with what you've got, then you click the top right corner where you go on to save. Then you go to exit. And here is my project right there. Now you can send it to me in two ways. You can either share your link, and it's a private link, so when I open it, it will only be me that can see it. Or you can go back to your project, where it was, and from there you can download your audio file and send me that file. A recap of the task. Compose a piece of music using BandLab. The structure is to be in song structure. The instruments, drum and bass, plus 2 of your own choice. Style, up to you. Length, see below in the guidelines for each of the sections. Good luck, and I look forward to hearing your compositions.